Alright YouTube, so in the garage today, and it's finally time to park this car out. So I am a little bit sad because the way this car was built, it's really nice. Really dig it, you know, no slanty wheels, lowered appropriately. But, you know, when you try to flip cars, one of the rules to that is to not get attached. So, and I'm breaking that rule right now because I am getting attached. But anyway, hopefully I can do this. First thing that's gonna have to go are the injectors right over there and right over there. I do already have my stock injectors right over here for my car when I did take them off. After the injectors will be the flex fuel kit here. Delicious tuning, so that's simple enough. And I am gonna tune it to the CARB legal tune because I am, again, California. I'm gonna have to make this car CARB compliant. After those, the next step would be like taking off the Tomei headers, and we'll go from there. Alright, so this is one of the moments where once I start taking things off, I can't really go back. So hopefully I'll get through this. Again, still sad, but the easiest thing probably to do first is the flex fuel kit there. So I'm gonna take that off. So again, I've done this in my other videos before, so what I'm gonna do is take off that fuse and then run the car so that the line's not pressurized, and then take that off. Once that fuse is out, I'm gonna go ahead and run and turn over the engine. Okay, so since this is more of a blog style, I'm not really gonna go in depth in the instructions. So I'm just gonna do less talking and more working. Alright, so first step is done. Flex fuel kit is now out. Next step will be the injector. So same process. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that strut brace over there. Try and wiggle that injector shield off the same way over here. I'm gonna take off the rec injection module thingy here. Take that off and install the injectors. Yeah, don't forget, if you guys are gonna do this, make sure you put towels on those little corners there so you don't lose any bolts, because it'll be a pain in the butt to actually look for those down there if you don't really need to. Alright, so I got the stock injectors already installed and torque to spec. Before I do put back everything, I'm gonna go ahead and load the stock tune and start up the car just to make sure I don't have any leaks, because I don't want to find out I have leaks when I have the injector shields and stuff in there. And actually, one more thing, this does come with a 4-bar on the map sensor, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap that out with the stock one, or the stock one that Craftworks provides for that car legal tune. Actually, change of plans, I could just put the fuel pump fuse and then put it in ignition mode, or even prime the system up, and that way I can see if fuel is leaking out or not. So that's another way to do it too. So doing that should be fine, because when I was pressing the gas pedal, it was actually, I could hear the fuel lines kind of have pressure, and I checked around, saw no leaks. So I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back, and that should be it for the injectors. Alright, so we got everything put back, the injector covers and all. And the next step for me is to flash the CARB legal tune. Now I do still have the Tomei unequal length headers in there, but that should be alright. It's just gonna probably give me a emission code because of the secondary O2 sensor detecting that there's no cat in there. But so far, I just want to know if I need anything else, or if I missed something, and get this car running in the CARB legal tune. So here we go. So I am using Windows 10, my Surface Pro, using this little dongle right here that multiplies the one USB port I have. I have the USB here, which has the CARB legal tune. You guys can see the dongle here, and then it's connected to my Acutech cable going to the OBD2 port of the car. So once you have that, all you have to do is go to Tools, Detect the Vehicle, and it's going to be detecting it, and Program Engine ECU. Yep, make sure the car is in ignition mode, as you guys can see. And then I'm going to go ahead and go to Choose ROM, go to the folder where that file is, and select the CARB legal tune. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go to choose the ROM file that's compatible for your car. Once you have that, it should show up here, and I'm just gonna do this query here just to read everything else, make sure everything's right. And after that, you can go ahead and program the ECU by pressing that button. There we go. So it's gonna tell you preparing to download, and the progress, and transferring data. Now the cool thing about this is your gauge cluster will actually be also moving, and it's gonna be finished once it reaches that 9,000 I think RPM range. And I guess I might as well do a little refresher. Once that's finished, you can go ahead and switch your ignition off. So boom, and it's gonna tell you restarting ECU I think. Oh, never mind. But switch ignition back on and wait. Once you do that, everything looks normal. And then something should still pop up. No, restarting ECU. Yep. So wait for it a little bit, give it some time, and once it asks you to do that, you can go ahead and say yes. And it should say something here that everything's complete. Come on, come on, come on, come on, go, go, go. Yep, just give it a couple seconds, and there we go, complete. Now to see if it starts. Hopefully it will. Right, so the next step will be to start the car and then check for leaks again just to make sure. But I'm really hoping this thing would start right up. Here we go. She's alive and dying. And alive again. That's good. I'm gonna go ahead and go outside and check for leaks. Hey guys, so I'm out here editing the video now. So I just wanted to do an outro for this video because at the time of filming this I wasn't able to do one because I was in a rush of finishing basically everything. And if you guys are curious, this is my PC build here. So but anyway, I do have some regrets of not taking more videos of the car in its, you know, I guess final form, because there were a couple of issues that I found after driving the car a couple miles. Now I know some of you guys would tell me, you know, why'd you even buy the car if it has a lot of problems, because I still think that it's a car that I can make profit in, so I really wanted to try it. And basically it was kind of that quick non-thinking buying mode, honestly, part of it too. But hopefully with everything in the car sold, it's still gonna be a very, very good profit. So as far as the couple of issues I was having, the first one is I was having misfires on a couple of cylinders whenever I was in wide open throttle. So trying to reach that red line, everything was just like, you know, like hesitating. I think I can add a video of that too. And then there was also a lean issue that I was having. It was telling me I have a lean condition on bank 1, which is a P0171 code, I think. So with that in mind, right, given that the main purpose of this car was for profit, I didn't want to like try and drive it and get it to go redline and risk blowing it up. And not only that, it might have been tune related too, because this car is coming from Florida, so it was tuned for 93 octane and E85. Now in California we only have 91 octane, so I mean that's not a big difference, but still, for some reason it was boosting up to 11 psi. Now I'm thinking it's probably because I have the catless header on there. With the CARB legal tune, you kind of keep boost lower at around 9 psi, so the stock header is probably restricting the flow and not letting that much air in. But with this tune, 91 octane and 11 psi, I wasn't too comfortable with that. Now at one point I did want to run it with E85, but then again, like I said, I want to get this done fast. So if I ever went E85 and ever needed to do a CARB legal tune, then that E85 will stay in the tank, and there's no way. I tried siphoning the gas before, and all I did was inhale a bunch of fumes, so I want to go do that again. Anyway, with that high of a fuel or lower fuel grade of 91 octane and high boost, I just didn't want to like risk blowing it up at all, because you know, at the end of the day I just want to get this part sold and the car sold. And also I did contact HRI Tuning. They're the one who tuned this car. They lost the tune files. So what does that mean for me? They would have to retune the car, and the cost for that is another $500. So right, that's not worth it, given that I want to be parting the car out anyways. And then since it is coming from California, I need to register this car to, sorry, coming from Florida, I need to register this car to California, and you guys know how the sales tax work. So for a $10,000 car, that's around, I think, $800 just in sales tax, not including registration and all the DMV fees that you have to go through. And then after that, you still need insurance to drive this around, right? So all of the expenses are just adding up. So I just really needed to get this car like out. That was in my mind during this time. There's some times I did have buyer's remorse, but you know, I just kept telling myself, yeah, once we do this, get everything out, it should be all worth it, right? We get the money, we get the profit, either buy another car, or you could just, you know, straight up put it in the BRZ itself. So again, I'd have to apologize for you guys not taking any more videos of it in its full potential, but hopefully the contents coming out in the future are still going to be enjoyable. But other than that, as always, thanks for watching. So see you guys next time.